The word spreading around Hollywood right now is some of your favorite celebrities could be cursed. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and today I'm counting down the top 10 biggest celebrities who might be cursed. So what celebrities do you think are cursed? And let us know in the comments below. Coming number 10 today, we have Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is just cursed when it comes to his love life. And maybe it's because he covered up his matching neck tattooed from his failed relationship with Ariana Grande with the words cursed. He literally manifested it. So Pete and his new flame, Chase Wonders, spent another day in paradise together over the weekend as they were spotted enjoying some sunshine in Hawaii with Chase's family. But just after the couple made their way around the island and returned back to Los Angeles, they would reportedly be involved in a car accident on the streets of Beverly Hills neighborhood. According to law enforcement, Pete was behind the wheel of a Mercedes with his girlfriend in the car. The two may have been arguing over something, as it said Pete was allegedly driving at a high rate speed through the Flats neighborhood of Beverly Hills, where he reportedly lost control of the vehicle, hopped a curve, and collided with the side of a house. And now it seems like the two are definitely over their honeymoon phase, as they don't seem to be flaunting their relationship as much as they used to. Yikes. Number 9, the Kardashians. It wouldn't be a cursed list if the Kardashians didn't make it, as rumor has it the family has an aura of evil that drives men insane into ruin. As far as history goes, it's safe to say that each man associated with this family has suffered a dramatic fall from grace. But are Kim, Khloe, Kendall, Kylie, and Kourtney really to blame? Although there's no scientific evidence to prove that the curse is real, the fact that the list of men continues to grow on this list as Kanye has become the latest addition to the folklore list. It also doesn't help that Kylie Jenner once even acknowledged the fan-created theory by saying, "It's everyone around us. They aren't used to the media attention, and we're just like, oh, that will go away in a day. I know these stories aren't going to matter, so don't let them affect you, you know?" But it seems like it's not just men that are affected by the Kardashian curse, as it can also be their friends. As take a good look at Jordyn Woods and Blac Chyna. Kylie has also went on to explain the curse to GQ magazine when she said, "But it's not just men, it's friends. It's people who come and just don't know how to handle it. It's negative, there's a lot of people who love us, but there's also a huge handful of people who don't like us. It just seems like no one is safe from their curse, so beware of this family." Hi my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 8, Post-Malone. In 2021, Post-Malone would speak about the time he thought he was cursed after he touched the world's most haunted object. So back in 2018, the rapper experienced a run of bad luck after he appeared on the TV show Ghost Adventures. During the episode, which was set at host Zak Bagans' Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, Zak touched a divot box while Posty was touching his shoulder. The item is inspired by the movie The Possession and is thought to house an evil spirit. The box in particular had already been opened by its past owner named Kevin Manis, who posted the box on eBay in 2001, where he lists the box upon opening to include 2 1920 pennies, a lock of blonde hair, a lock of black hair, a statue engraved with Hebrew word shalom, a golden wine goblet, 1 dried rosebud, and a single candle holder with octopus-shaped legs. The next owner tried to figure out how to seal the box for good, but when he failed, he passed it along to the next person. Now, since any person who has come in contact with this box has experienced some pretty bizarre things, and this is exactly what happened to Post Malone, as just after 2 months of touching the box on the show, he was involved in an emergency landing when his private jet's wheels were damaged in flight, and a month later, a high-speed car crash, and he was also the target of a home invasion where intruders broke into a house that used to belong to him. So during an appearance on the Late Night Show with Seth Meyers, he went on to say that within a month after opening the box, some pretty odd stuff started to occur, and other people who have opened these said boxes have experienced the same thing, as once the box is open, they can't be sealed, and this demon's pretty much with you for life. Number 7, Lady Gaga. Just fresh off the set of the movie House of Gucci, Lady Gaga would confirm that she was cursed and she knew who did it, as the actress revealed to W magazine that she once thought Patricia Reggiani had it out for her, as a large swarm of flies kept following her by the time the filming had all wrapped up. When she said, "On the last day of filming, I was on the balcony of my apartment in Rome. I was blasting Dean Martin singing Mambo Italiano." and I had a cigarette in my hand out of my mouth. I was Patricia, but I knew I had to say goodbye to her. Large swarms of flies kept following me around, and I truly began to believe she sent them to me. I was ready to let her go. While the unusual experience was a catalyst for Gaga to unravel her Italian character and rediscover her true self once again, the swarms of flies was definitely a bad omen. Number 6, Ryan Reynolds. If the events of what happened on the 1979 The Enemyville horror set weren't bad enough with all the strange events such as James Brolin's pants falling off a hanger, what happened in 2005 caused Ryan Reynolds to jump. So when the movie was remade in 2005, Ryan Reynolds would be cast to play the role James Brolin was once casted in back in 1979. So just before filming was about to start, a body is said to have washed up on a shore right by the movie set, and if things couldn't get any worse than that, throughout the filming of the movie, Ryan, along with other members of the cast and crew, all kept waking up at 3:15 a.m. in the morning. And it just happens that this was the time when the real-life homicides happened during the actual events of the real-life story, Amityville Horror. Number 5, Hilary Swank. For most people in the industry, nabbing an Academy Award is an ultimate achievement. Though there are other prestigious awards, there's no doubt getting an Academy Award is considered the peak of anybody's career. But what if instead of being a golden ticket to stardom, an Oscar represented the winner's downfall in their personal or professional life? Well, for many celebrities, this is quite an unfortunate reality, as many believe that there might be a curse that surrounds Oscar winners, especially when it comes to the winner's love life. And the Oscars love curse definitely affected not only Hilary's career, but her marriage. As just months after winning her second statuette, she separated from her then husband, Chad Lowe. So the Oscars love curse is thought to have begun in the Hollywood's golden age in the 30s and 40s, when divas Bette Davis and Ginger Rogers won their own Oscars only to find themselves single the following year. Now, many people believe this is mainly a curse that occurs mainly to women because their partners can't handle their success, which wouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. Go girl power. Number 4, Adrien Brody. Another actor affected by the Oscar curse would be Adrien Brody. So when Adrien reached the peak of his career in the film The Pianist, his intense performance won him Best Actor Academy Award in 2002. However, his moment of glory didn't last very long, as he hasn't really been able to land another meaningful role. But with saying that, it doesn't mean his career is exactly over, as he has some interesting roles, such as his role in the films Midnight in Paris and Grand Budapest Hotel, but none of his roles have been able to compare to his outstanding role in the film The Pianist, and we probably won't see him get another strong role like that again, and that's just sad. Number 3, Zak Bagans. There's something about leaving things alone Zak Bagans just doesn't understand, and you would think after your crew members become unhinged on multiple occasions, you would just learn to leave the supernatural alone. For some odd reason, this guy just can't stop, especially after he spent a night in the demon house. So after releasing a documentary that recounts the Ammons family's stories and explores the claims of the house where the family once lived, where it said that it housed over 200 demons. After purchasing that said home, the documentary would follow Zak and his own experience in the home. And while filming, Zak would start to claim that he became so ill he couldn't leave his room for 8 days. Throughout the documentary, witnesses would go on to express not only were they hospitalized or passed away, but some of the crew members actually had to quit or be fired because the house cursed them. Even some people who watched the film have said some pretty odd things have happened to them. In the end, Zak decided it was ultimately the best decision to tear down the house and release this evil into the world. Number 2, 27 Club. Celebrity passings are always so sad, as passing away at a young age is even more tragic, and apparently as a mysterious statistical anomaly among rock stars. The concept of the notorious 27 Club came to haunt the public consciousness in the 1970s, when rock stars such as Brian Johnson, Jimi Hendrix, Alan Wilson, Jim Morrison, and many more tragically passed away within the space of 3 years. And all of them at the age of 27. Then when Kurt Cobain passed away at the age of 27, his mother Wendy O'Connor would famously say, "Now he's gone and joined that stupid club. I told him not to join that stupid club." And yet, something about this legend still persists even with Amy Winehouse passing away. Despite the fact that majority of the infamous 27 Club members passed away within a 2-year span in the late 60s and early 70s, it makes you wonder what everyone's still scared of. And when some rock music leading experts were asked about their take on the 27 Club, it seems like there may be some truth behind the mythology, as the late 20s are the time where we start to figure out where we're going to grow up. And if you're a young star, 20 is the age where you feel you need to have everything figured out. So as you approach your late 20s and don't have things figured out yet, many celebrities opt to join the club. Coming at number 1 today, we have Gregory Peck. The Omen is a classic of the horror genre, but the tale of a young boy, Damien, who is an antichrist, almost wasn't completed due to the curse that enveloped the filming of the movie. As legend has it, many bad things happened on the set of The Omen, as in the completed picture, especially when it came to Gregory Peck. Just as the filming of the movie started, Gregory's son took his own life, and anyone close to the actor on set, such as crew members, they were involved in a serious car accident while driving to the set. The scriptwriter's airplane was struck by lightning en route to the film's location, and if that weren't enough, an airplane in which Gregory and the movie's executive producer were traveling in was also struck by lightning in a separate incident. But none of these would be the biggest tragedy to befall on the cast and crew. When the crew decided to use a private plane to get from one film location to another, something went wrong and it crashed on a road, it hit a car, and it crashed at high speed into another vehicle, taking 11 people's lives. With the curse being a high subject, even Gregory wanted it to end, to the point he refused to doing any publicity for the film prior to being released in theaters. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches. Just as a reminder, I'm your host, Stacey Taylor. Until the next video, remember to stay juicy.